Hello, Pisces. Welcome to February 2021. This will be your monthly reading for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign of Pisces. If this is your first time here, welcome. Everybody is always welcome. Feel free to look around, see if there's an older video that resonates, that seems interesting to you, see if this is a channel that you would like to support. I appreciate them all and thank you for stopping by. If this is not your first time here, you guys know the drill, but I do want to say thank you for stopping back by. I really do greatly appreciate your support and your comments and your subscriptions and your likes and just the general support that this channel has gotten. Thank you guys so much. And again, as usual, if you are a healthcare worker or you know a healthcare worker or a first responder, anybody who has been keeping us safe and sane during this super crazy time that was 2020, and now we are officially in 2021. Today's New Year's Day when I'm doing this reading. Thank you. Thank them. Thank you. On with the reading. I will be doing the traditional Celtic cross with the traditional Rider-Waite. I do have clarifiers, and since it is February, we will be doing one of the Romance Angel cards. So let's get started. Let's see what February 2021 holds for Pisces. Again, this is Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. So if this is a reading that doesn't resonate with you, maybe you might want to check out one of the other signs. Maybe you've got stronger astrology that's speaking to you in one of those other readings. Sometimes it isn't a story that is meant for you. But so you want to keep that in mind. Let's get one card. We'll put it up there. Sorry, that's my neighbor. Let's get right on in. Center of the reading. We have Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So feeling kind of stuck, perhaps, over money. Bottom of the reading, the Emperor, immediate past, Six of Swords, crowning the spread, Six of Cups, immediate future, Ten of Wands. I like to see this card in a future reading. It means hard times are ending. It means that you have really been overwhelmed by something, but he's walking towards the village. I don't know if you want to look. There's a castle way, way, way off in the distance that he is almost at. So we have your environment is the Five of Discs. We have Judgment. We have the Hierophant. And at the very extreme, Wheel of Fortune. At the very, very top of the reading. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth being explored. So perhaps one thing to keep in mind, I do want to say before we really tuck in here, is if you're reading something that is kind of very emotional or very sexual energy, can be read as creative energy. So you want to keep that in mind. It can be read as just something that's creative. You're taking all of that lower chakra energy and bringing it forth, something that you care very deeply about, have a lot of passion for. All that being said, I'm glad to see the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands in the outcome positions. Yeah, you've learned your lessons. You have gone back to, a simpler time. You're taking these information. Not saying that you're being immature about it, because you have the Emperor here. We also have the Hierophant. But, maybe you're taking a simpler approach, a more minimalistic approach to things. That's not, I do like that. I like that energy, that you're taking things from a more complicated stance to a less complicated stance. If 2020 taught us anything, it is that we, as a culture, at least here in the United States, we're much overcomplicated. We're very overcomplicated. Everything took 8 steps. You know, you have to go to the ATM. Some places don't take cash. You got to go. Some places only take cash. You got to figure that out. Yeah, so taking a step back, you know, taking a few extra steps out, making things a little bit more streamlined, a little bit less hectic, a little bit more intuitive, a little bit less stressful is very efficient. It's very effective. It's very efficient. Taking some of the complications out of business and relationships and a lot of things that we just kind of overcomplicated. Life got very, very messy for a lot of people. So maybe if we can take a lesson to go forward, it is less is more in a way. You know, things don't always have to be dramatic. People don't always have to drive us crazy to be the one. People, you know, jobs, we don't have to be drudgery. As long as you're getting your bills paid, I can put up with the drudgery. We've moved past that. And I think that's where this reading is heading. The burdens are over. The burdens are over. You're going back to a less complicated time. And the change is real. You know, it is really, you know, that creative energy is worth exploring. Yeah, it is a tough shift to go from, say, corporate to becoming a painter. That is a very, very tough gear change. And, you know, maybe it's time that happened for you. Maybe not. But it is something that you can look forward to and take seriously. And that kind of, who cares if who takes you seriously? You don't get up every day. You don't put on a tie. You don't take a briefcase. You don't get the train in every day. Very few people are doing that these days. And it was hard enough to get out of bed when you had to get out of bed to go to a job that you hated. It's even more difficult and more drudgery to, especially if you know you're working from home, to put the feet on the floor. So I get that. If it's a job that you don't enjoy, it might be time to start cultivating a more authentic way of being. I see a lot of major arcana. I do. I mean, practically this whole row here, and then at the base of your spread is major arcana. So this is not something that you have come to lightly, Pisces. This is something that is maybe a long time coming. Maybe this has been in your path. I see the Judgment, and in your environment, and your hopes and your dreams are the Hierophant. And this is a card that represents structure and, in a lot of cases, very organized communities, churches, businesses, structures. And maybe that's just not fitting what you need anymore. That's just not and this might be a message that's very specific to somebody who needs to hear it. These are inclinations, these are instincts that are worth it, that are legitimate. If you haven't been happy, like I said, if it took a ton of effort to get out of bed every day and put your feet on the floor and get showered and brush your teeth and go to work and catch that train and catch that Uber and, you know, drive to work, it's a whole lot harder to telecommute to a job that you hate than it is to actually get up every day and go to the grind. If it's harder to do. So Maybe you've been thinking, I didn't really want to do this when I was in college. I don't want to be a pencil pusher. I didn't really want to. I was fulfilling somebody else's dream. It might be time to kind of let that wheel spin. The wheel of fortune always spins in your favor. Now, the environment here, this is the environment card. This is the Five of Discs, Five of Pentacles. This is a card of having resources, having unused resources. Let's put it that way. This couple is walking out in the snow. They're tired. They're wounded. Salvation is there. They just need to use all of their resources. And then they will be rejoined with their joy. Let me get one more clarifier card. Let me use these little deck here just as a clarifier. Okay, we have the Chariot. That is a card of keeping all of the momentum going in a straight line. This particular version of him is on a bicycle, and he's not going downhill. He is steering with both hands on both handles. Because this wheel and that wheel are heading in a direction. He wants to keep going in the direction in which he intents. He wants to keep going in that direction. He has an intent to go into a direction. He wants to keep going in that direction. So it's also a card of victory. Obviously this is a channel for entertainment purposes only. If you're considering a complete career shift, that is something that only you can decide. There's a lot of you, and there's more of you every day tuning in, and hopefully you got something out of this reading. But I'm pleased for you that there's a lifting of burdens overall. Even if that is not your story about the job and the telecommuting, there's a lifting of burdens. So I'm pleased for that, Pisces. And with that, I'm going to close out this reading. Thank you for stopping by. Many blessings. Thank you, Pisces. I love you, family. Bye.